What's going on, everybody? I'm back to give you a review of last night's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, season 12, episode 2. And I'm pretty sure I can do this. I drank a bunch of beer last night. And so, yeah, I think I can pull this off though. I have some tea to drink, but there we go. The ice was making it goofy and I couldn't put my straw in. Anyway, alright, so last night the gang went to the water park and they were sitting up front trying to get in the water park or waiting in line to get in the water park. Frank and Charlie they have a plan. They're going to go on every single ride in the park. Mac and Dee, they want to go on a ride that they loved when they were kids. They hadn't been on it in a long time. And Dennis has a plan that he's just going to sit poolside and hit on women, drink, and help mothers reflect on their miserable lives, basically. So, and Mac has laminated his armband from when he was 14. And so he hasn't paid to get into the water park in however many years. Anyway, so they all get in, and Mac and Dee, they get on their ride, on their water slide, and the dude tells them, hey man, this is for kids. It's, what the hell is it called? That's some goofy name, like Twinkie Time or some shit for little kids. I can't remember right now. But anyway, the dude tells Mac and Dee, hey, this is for little kids. You can't ride this ride. You're too big. And they're like, suck it, nerd, blah, blah. And they go sliding down and they get stuck. Charlie and Frank, they're waiting in line to get on their first ride, and the ride's taking too long, and some poor little kid with leukemia comes walking by, and he gets to go to the front of the line, and Charlie and Frank are like, hey man, what the fuck's up with this shit? And the lady with the little kid is like, you know, he has leukemia, you know, so he gets to go to the front of the line. It's part of the program. And so they come up with a brilliant idea to start pretending that Frank has AIDS, so they can go to the front of all the lines so they can ride their rides quicker. So that's how that goes. And I'm trying not to like give too much information. If you haven't seen it, I don't want to be a dick like that. But fucking Dennis is hanging out poolside, and you know, sees a hot chick. He wants to pick up on her, and you know, he goes over there, and you know, he starts hitting on this woman, and he starts like, oh, so where's your little rugrat at? And she points to her child, and he pretends, you know, he lies to her and says that he has a daughter. And then all of a sudden this little girl shows up and like, Dad, I need money to go get food. I'm hungry. And he's looking at this little fucking he's looking at her, and he's like, all right, well, here you go. You know, here's some money for you. And she's like, thanks, Daddy. You know, and splits. And anyway, he ditches the chick because he's intrigued and goes and finds this little girl, and basically makes her his apprentice. I mean, if you know Dennis, you know, and the shit that he does, you know, he finds this little girl who's as conniving as he is, and basically takes her under his wing. And I know last night I kept thinking about fucking Star Wars Darth Bane books, where Darth Bane takes the little girl as his apprentice, you know, to be a Sith and all that. And I kept thinking about that last night. But anyway, you know, to sum it all up for you, you know, Dee and Mac are stuck in the water slide. Little kids keep piling up behind them. Dee has a little water tester to see how much pee's in the water, so she can scoop up water all the time, and if it turns red, that's how much pee's in the water. Frank and Charlie are pretending Frank has AIDS so they can ride all the rides, and Dennis is hanging out with this little girl running around scamming on people. And you know, it was a fun episode. You know, I enjoyed it. I'm happy I remembered it because I started drinking later last night, and so I started drinking them really fast, and I was probably about 4 or 5 in by the time that episode started. But yeah, that's basically the gist that went down. I don't want to, like, you know, give too many details, but I'll give the rundown so you can check it out yourselves and see what you think. But yeah, that's essentially what went down. So there you go, if anyone cares. I will see you guys again next week for another one of these, because I'm just going to keep making them, and I like making them. And yeah, so thank you, and I'll see you later. Have a good day.